Welcome to Hip Hop Crisis TV, where we cover everything hip hop, entertainment, and black culture, giving a little more attention to the crisis. Let's get it. Things is on fire in the streets, people. You got H-Town and the A going at it over Takeoff death, and now New York Bronx rapper, Sex Money Murder representative Hocus 4/5 having to denounce his association with mob ties after people start to question Hocus 4/5 association with mob ties. We're going to check these few clips out and get right back.
It's your boy 4/5, and we're here to discuss this mob tie situation. But before we even get into that, when you got the chain back, when the little bozo nigga got cut up and beat up back in the city, what did they do for you? They ever gave you something?
For Jay Prince, the little boat.
Yeah. Jay Prince, when the YMB, Namir, Almighty J nigga, it was the Almighty J nigga. When they beat his ass and cut him up, and these niggas forced niggas in New York to go back and get a chain like it was niggas' duty. Did they give you anything for that service?
Damn, I guess it is what it is. That was as raw and uncut as it can get. I mean, you call the young boy bozo, beat up and cut up and this and that and this. That was raw. That was uncut. It was careless. I mean, sound like a little personal to me. I mean, but neither here nor there. I never looked at the situation where Hocus getting the chain back as a situation where he was supposed to get anything. It wasn't a situation where they took the chain and was holding it for ransom or extortion, like you got to pay a bag, you got to cut a check for the chain back. So I never seen it as that type of situation. I will acknowledge that, I mean, the way Jay Prince came off, it was kind of like a threat to get the chain back, or it's going to be smoke. He well connected, he could reach out. But I understand Hocus 4/5 approach with getting the chain back. And I honestly feel like that's the approach a whole lot of us should take when these young guys do things that's unwarranted without thinking that could possibly develop and grow into something bigger and a bunch of other people getting hurt. Somebody got to step in with some sense and do what's right and take care of the situation and get the shit nipped in the bud. So I felt what Hocus 4/5 did. And I didn't never see as if he should have got a check or something for it. Anything. It's more so the connection and the respect. And the past for New York rappers that had the same thing in Houston, where he could reach out if something happened and get that taken care of ASAP. Let's get back to it.
But let me say this first. I wasn't forced to get the chain back. You know what I mean? I went, I humbly went out there and did it because I felt like it was the right thing to do to make peace, because it could have been an East Coast down south war. I felt like if I could be the catalyst to be put in the middle of that to dead that, then that's why I did that. But as far as getting anything from it, nah, I ain't get no money.
No money, not a record deal.
I ain't get no record deal, no money, nothing.
Never sat down with a label, never got offered to be with Rap a Lot, nothing.
Here we go with this again. I didn't want to keep on stopping it, but I had to. The expectation for a bag or a check or a record deal, and it's like, even when it comes to the record deal situation, it's like you got to fit in with the label. I got to be able to do something with you. I got to even like your music or feeling as though you talented. Like your talent or me liking your music ain't got nothing to do with if I'm going to fuck with you on a personal level. You know what I mean? If you thorough. But to do that sort of business, like more come into play than you making this move out of respect and building a bond and a relationship to expecting a record deal and something like that, man. And I'm gonna tell you, this is part of the problem when it comes to us and why we can't get anywhere, because nothing is genuinely or sincerely done anymore. Everything is with the expectation of a bag. And if that ain't what you do, then you're going to be hated and attacked. This is crazy right here. But let's get back to it.
Well, I never got offered to be a Rap a Lot. At the time, Jay Prince was saying, as far as Rap a Lot goes, they really wasn't doing too much with the music. But he did send me on he sent me to 2 record labels, and I had meetings with these labels, but they was like, okay, cool, but are you Rap a Lot? We'll sign you right now if you were Rap a Lot. And then he said that they really wasn't doing nothing with Rap a Lot, so it was kind of like the labels didn't really rock with me, you know what I'm saying? So as far as the chain, I never got nothing from it. Not even that I was looking for anything from it, but personally, I never got nothing from it. I mean, How do I feel about it? You know, I feel underappreciated. You know what I mean? Especially from the dude who chained it was YBN Almighty J. Like, I didn't even get a thank you. Like, when we went out there, you know, Jay Prince gave him back the chain and introduced us to him. He was like, you know, Jay Prince was like, these dudes you need to be with in New York. Like, the little dude didn't even say thank you. You know, he actually went and did a record that came out later, and he kind of dissed New York, and it was like really underappreciated. And just
All right, I was with Hocus up to this point. Like, what you expect the boy to do? Embrace New York after he got strolled, ran down on? From what my man say, they whipped on him pretty good and then banged him. They not only put the beats on bro, they sliced his damn face afterwards, like from ear to chin. So what, he supposed to embrace New York niggas after this? It's supposed to be all love? What you expecting him to do? What you expected him to do, bro? This the only thing really I disagree with up until this point. Like, you can't get into your feelings, because if this happened to you in any other city, any other state, you would feel the same way. You would probably still want get back after getting the chain back. That shit would mean nothing. And that's most of us. Wouldn't be trying to hear that, bro. We have beef with the whole area, if not the whole state, where it happened at. So I can't feel that right there. That should have been expected. You should respect the youngin for that. That should have been expected and respected. But let's get back to this.
Period. A lot of times, bro, I be feeling underappreciated. We can get into that later, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm from the city, so I kind of feel like, especially being out of town, traveling with that music shit, the way that little kid carry himself, niggas back home did the right thing. Fuck that dude. But I'm not a fan of Jay Prince myself at all. I don't fuck with him. I really like what Wack 100 be doing to the nigga, because Wack be calling them out, and they don't show up at all. So this shit, when everybody think of you mob tied and they know the city that you live in, rest in peace to Takeoff, the shit that's going on with Takeoff could be dangerous for a nigga like you, how you be moving around. So that's why I was like, you really need to pull up on me and get that shit settled. Everybody thinking you mob tied. I'm tired of arguing with niggas, telling niggas you not mob tied. So what's your take on it?
I'm glad you asked that. And I'm glad you brought up Wack. I'm gonna address all of that right now. I think it's real whack that dudes is running around saying, you're right, I'm on Clubhouse, I jump in the room. Hey, Hocus, ain't you monetized? I go on Instagram, ain't he monetized? YouTube, Hocus is monetized. At a time where y'all know it's smoke and it's up, and I live in Atlanta, and y'all talking about ain't Hocus monetized? Yo, check this out. Only thing I ever took an oath to in my life was one thing, and y'all know what that is. That's sex, money, murder. And even now, I'm not getting everybody beef who's my set. That's not how this thing go. I ain't never taken an oath to monetize. I ain't got no monetized chain. I ain't got monetized in my bio. Y'all don't see me running around parading. I'm monetized. I'm monetized. I don't. That's not. Go show me where I do that at. Yes, when we went out there, Jay Prince did ask to be a part of it, and I was like, okay, cool. This is what it's about. Brothers building each other up. You know what I mean? Helping each other, coming together. That sounds dope. But what happened to Takeoff, that don't sound like what I was told. And I don't want to be a part of that. Don't affiliate me with that. Y'all need to stop doing that, because like he just said, I'm a real nigga out here. Really, I live in Atlanta. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. I'm close to people that's close to his people. Don't do that. No, I'm not monetized. Like I said, I took an oath to one thing in my life. And that's it. So, and as far as
Have you spoken to Jay Prince in them since the situation?
Takeoff situation? Nah. I mean, it's none of my business. So I'm
just saying in general.
Nah, I haven't spoken to him. I haven't spoken to him in a while.
You spoke to Junior, none of them?
Okay, that's it right there. Let me give my synopsis. I agree with Hocus 100%. For people to be approaching him and saying something to other people because he got YBN Almighty J chain back and trying to associate him with Mob Ties and Jay Prince is just sucker shit. It's really nut shit. It's drama. It's in the way. It's just trying to stir up shit. Because the truth of the matter is, they know that boy not really down with Mob Ties and Jay Prince. He had no connection to that boy, not that I've seen or it been posted on the internet, since getting that chain back. So to try to affiliate and associate boy with Mob Ties and Jay Prince It's just to bring some type of harm or some type of drama ball way. And it's corny. Super corny, if you ask me. Super corny. Way out of line, and they know it. The other thing, my man right here that's doing an interview with Hocus. I don't necessarily know who he is. I'm quite sure he's from New York from what he said. But whatever he got going on with Jay Prince, not liking him, that's his right. But then why wish harm on Lil Bro because he signed to the label? What he got to do with that? We got to stop that, man. If you ain't got nothing good to say, man, don't say it at all, bro. I mean, don't say it at all. And another thing when it comes to that, Hocus 4/5 association with mob ties. I'm quite sure there's a lot more people in Texas and affiliated with mob ties that's in Atlanta. So to try to point that pressure and to point that heat towards Hocus 4/5, knowing this boy is from New York and not really affiliated with mob ties, that's corny too. But we're going to end this one right here, and I'll get back at you with the next one. I'm out. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and know that you're witnessing the development of a brand that will have an impact on the culture.